Yes, hi, good evening, everyone. And it's really pouring heavily out here in Mumbai. And I hope the same thing happens very soon in the other parts of India, where it's a grave concern about the water level. And we have been seeing the news of Chennai and everything that is happening across. It's a grave concern. So before I start the video today, it's already at 3 minutes prior to the start time. I thought that let me just, as usual, this happens every time that I start prior to 2 or 3 minutes, so that I make sure that all the connectivity and the voice modulation and everything goes in sync. So I'll wait for another few minutes before we start, so that we find somebody online and who can assure me that yes, everything is working absolutely fine. Now, apart from that, before I start today's session is about the review of the photographs that has been received on the occasion of the VIBGYOR WhatsApp photo challenge fourth, which was based on the theme of Father's Day, which happened in the recent time. Um, no, this time we didn't get much entries from few of the very nice sector of photographers like Bhubaneswar and Hyderabad. Maybe the timing. Now you see in WhatsApp challenge, I've received a few messages that it was meant at the in the middle of the week when we were all tied up in the office work. But WhatsApp challenge is intention for that kind of activity only. Even though there was a weekend given for this time, but usually the WhatsApp challenge is meant that it will give you a midweek stress buster. So that's the main intention for the WhatsApp challenge. And please try to accommodate yourself. Loud and clear. Deepak ji has confirmed, so that's fine. So everything is going good, and we have 1 more minute to go. Before I start, first of all, I should apologize that I have promised that I will be coming yesterday with the same video, but unfortunately, due to the heavy rainfall, there was some issue with the internet connection, which, as people, those who are in the WhatsApp group, must have seen. That I just apologize that because of the internet connection, because you cannot rely on mobile internet for this kind of live sessions. And fortunately, the technicians were here in the evening, and they worked. And even though it was around 8 p.m., they were struggling to get it. And finally, we are here together connected across the digital platform. The next good thing that is happening out here at our end is that tomorrow is the last day of June. So that means on Sunday you will be finding a fresh set of photographs which are going to be printed for the VCV cards of 2019 July. Now, those who doesn't know about the VCV, go to the website www.infovibgyor.com, and you have a column of a VIBGYOR Chitra Bahag, that is VCV. Please go through it. It's a very fantastic initiative that we are going taking it forward. And one more good thing that we are happy, which is happening in VIBGYOR, is that this time we are associated with the Hyderabad Bengali Film Festival, that is HBFF. You can find the site across Facebook, and they have their own website as well. So we are tying up with some cultural interactions with them, and people those who are interested to have a visit out there, you will just go through to their website and have a glance of it. So it's perfectly nine, and I think we have all our viewers out there. Okay, we don't have much, which I'm sure that that is because of the rainfall. It's really pouring very heavy out here in Mumbai. I was literally thinking that whether my voice will be really audible to you or not, because the cracking sound it is creating with the raindrops is really it's good. It's good to have a cup of coffee and sit near the window. But you see, when we are interacting over a digital platform, if my voice is not going to you properly, then it makes a difference. So without wasting much time, let us continue with the sessions. And today's session, as I told you, is the photographs for VC with your WhatsApp photo challenge 4. So let me share the screen with you, and we'll start the review right away. Entire screen, okay. Something is wrong. Okay. So there's a live sound. Okay, I don't know why the screen is not getting shared. There is some issue with that. Usually it gets shared very easily. Here's the application window. Okay. So I would just like to confirm that the screen share is coming good. everyone can see the images of, and the first image is coming is Masood Pathan's image. Can everyone view it? Can somebody confirm whether the viewing of image is perfect or not? Yeah, I think that is perfect. Okay, fine. So let's not waste further time. I'm sorry for this miscommunication. So yes, so Masood ji has shared a photograph where he is in the same on the same scooter, and the scooter was used by his father. So it's a nice memory shared. So thank you so much, Masood ji, that you have collaged it properly, and the most important part is that you have maintained the bike. So that's a nice thing to see. Okay, this is a very new entry, a very fresh entry for us. So Aparna has sent. She's from Bangalore, so she has sent this, and she is the better half of my very good friend from college. It happened that my friend Anish told me that she wants to participate, and I'm glad that she has shared a wonderful image of a newborn holding the fingers of his or her father tightly. So it's a nice bonding and a start of a relationship. The photograph is nicely taken. This is a small suggestion. Like when I'm seeing the photograph in the laptop, I think if everyone who are seeing right now, there are some highlights over the fingers of the parent. So maybe a little bit of control over the highlights can give some more details of the skin tone, would give added benefit. Okay, so once again from Bangalore, Suman has shared this one. So here we can see somebody is relaxing on his father's lap, and this is a very common scene we find out all across. It From the entire photograph, the background, we understand it is in a party or maybe some festival, and with lot of jumping around, the kid must have been very tired. But what I liked in this photograph is the calm and the soothness of the parent, like when he carries his child. So nice image, Suman. Okay, so Abhishek Thakur, you can also see him sitting with his son. This must be some hilltop area where the conversation between a father and a son in amidst the nature. So that's a fantastic frame. I hope somebody among his relatives or maybe his better half has taken the photograph. Nicely taken, and the best part is that among the green, you find the red pants and the green tones. So it gives a very nice highlight. There is a small diagonal of the stone pathway which leads to the subject. So that's again a fantastic what do you call grammar of the photograph. Joy Banerjee from Kolkata has shared this image. So I see a very young father, or I'm not sure whether he's the father or not, but there is a fatherly affection. Definitely, you see, the point is that there may be some incidences where we click unknown people and we understand that they may not be the father of the kid. But the point is that when a guardian comes into a role play of the father, that the relationship that is built is also equivalently good enough. So nicely taken, Joy, but a little bit of more little of highlight, maybe a little bit of more colors in the background would have given it a charm, because when we are finding the kid's face more into focus, the first thing that comes to our mind is a lot of joy, color, happiness. Here we are finding the father very happy, but the kid must have not got the toy which he is asking for, and he is not that much happy. So fine, that's also an emotion of the kid. Here it's a Joyce one more share. That's a nice eye contact between the son and the father, and we find a lot of conversation going on. I'm sure the kid is trying to really imitate father and try to make him afraid of. Okay, I can do a lot of things. If you're not going to help me out, and I'm asking you for something, you must get me that one. So this conversation is very funny. I see some kind of I don't know the post process, or it has been some external devices used, or it's like zoom burst. Some mechanism has been done which gives a swirl background. So okay, Abhayji has shared a fantastic image. I'm sure this has been taken at some place where Holi was celebrated, and I find the father not at all too much interested in playing Holi with a white shirt and just some sprinkles of gulal over him. But the son is बस वो तो अपने टशन में है and he is like totally ready to move out and just mingle with everyone and play Holi. So we find a nice difference in thought process between the father and the son, but the frame is very well taken and very well shot. It's properly highlighted and you see the colors. It's so vibrant, yet it is no like saturated, highly saturated. So it's very balanced image and a lovely shot. Okay, so Akash from Mumbai has shared this. So this image, I'm sure is taken indoor. Some nice chemistry in bonding between the son and father. Now coming into the technical aspect of the photograph, Akash, if you see, you have some vertical lines behind, and we specifically find that it is inclined. So this is one typical mistake that people do. So try to do one thing, try to crop or rotate the images. I think another 3 degree to the right will actually make it perfectly straight. So it will give you much better view. Okay, so Anuradha Agrawal has shared this image. So it's a wonderful image. Now you see why this image makes difference from the rest of the images at that she is portraying a fatherly figure of a Baba who is taking care of all the devotees. So that's also like a very affectionate relationship. What's interesting is that we find a lot of photographers also behind, and they are trying to get their snap. You can also find out the ways and the means by which they're trying to safeguard the camera they have. So in my aspect, I also find some fatherly figure out there because they're also trying to save their own child from the entire colors which are being played out there. So a lot of fathers out here, but the focus is where the highlight is, where the yellow turban is among the red. So fantastic use of color, a fantastic use of light, and I must say it's a fantastic image. One more. So it's the same place maybe, but here the shot has been taken exclusively with the one father. Now I presume it has been taken in a very high ISO. The grains are there, or maybe due to the grains are due to the gulal which was played. But you see the father's reaction when the gulal is being played. It's trying to protect the son's eye, and the son is trying to be within the crowd also. So a fantastic image. It's a nice chemistry shown. So very nice. Arvindji from Mumbai has shared a fantastic image. Now, when there is no Ola Uber and when there is no auto driver or rickshaw wala is ready to take to the office, you have one person always, the father, and you have just up onto his shoulder and he takes you to the school. So, fantastic image taken. And what good is that there is a nice chemistry between both. Somehow, I would say that the scooter behind was giving a balance, except that red projections which are coming out from the scooter, which is taking away the attention to some extent, not to the totally, to some extent, is taking away the attention. This you see much cleaner image, even though you're not seeing the face, even though the kid's face head is getting mixed with the dark tone of the trees, but still you find much better image, and you find no other colors to distract. You have the blue color of the bag, which it gets you right away to the subject. So that's really nice. Okay, so Asmita has shared this one. So this is once again a very newborn kid and the father playing with his son. So that's a nice eye contact between both. So it's a very good image. Bhushan has shared the image. It's a I can see Shalaka after a long time on this image, so that's really good. I hope she's doing good. Bhushan, convey my hi to him, and that's a nice image of the entire family. Okay, so here is again Darshana has shared a nice image. We find the focus entirely on the kid, and we have a support of the father who has got some nice new soft toy for the small kid. And there's a nice chemistry, a smile, a laughter, and they are both exchanging a very hearty moment. Now, coming to the grammar of the photography, if you can see Darshana, there are some over highlight areas, especially if you see the wardrobe behind. There you find a lot of white reflections. Even the shirt of the father, if you see, we are finding it light pink, but little bit of less highlight would have added more details. We can find some self design of the shirt also, which is not coming into the picture very clearly. Even if you come towards the toy, the blue shirt and the blue highlights are more coming prominent, which is quite obvious. But if you go to the other part of the soft toy, it's like bit over exposed, which details the highlights a little bit. So try to just reduce this highlight in this image, and maybe exposure by one stop and see. I think you will find much more details out of it. Dev Patil has shared this one. Now, what is very important out here is the perspective. I see the fingers, and that has been taken care by the foreground. But here, again, the highlight to the left side has dominated the entire histogram. And all of a sudden, just when the highlight is coming down, we get the fit. So, in my thought process, I would have cropped the image more focused to the joy of the kid and the father's contentment. This feat somehow, like, I feel may not be required in this, even though it's adding a good perspective, but somehow showing the feet, you may avoid that one. That's it. Okay, so Dhananjay has shared this one. So this is the first image we are getting to see. The kid has grown up a little bit, but still the affection and the love has not reduced. So it's always similar, no matter at what age the kid grows to. Okay, so there is once again Dhananjay, which has finally found out a very serious chemistry going on between both. I don't know who exactly. I find some jar opened in front of the kid, and the father is trying to convince that you should take only one. But the kid is not at all convinced with that. Dhananjay, nice image, but the only thing is that I would like to see some more body of the father rather than the right side of unwanted frame. I'm seeing a laptop bag which is taking away some of the distracting my view. The background house for the kit is looking good, but again, some more information, some more color should have been added, a lot of charm into the photograph. Oh, this is fantastic. So Dheeraj, as usual, you have mastered in it. So we find a fantastic image where the kid and the father both are on the streets trying to sell some toys and find the way out for a livelihood. What very important is that the background is not similar. You find a lot of colors into the background, but the colors are properly balanced with the foreground subject. And at the very extreme edge of the photograph, you find the toys. So a lot of pinks, yellows are there, but you see it has been diminished in such a way that it's cropped in such a fashion that it is not distracting the entire essence of the photograph. So well taken, Dheeraj. Dheeraj has shared one more. So somebody wants to really play a flute, and the kid is really anxious to just catch hold of that one. So nicely taken. But here, Dheeraj, a small thing. I think the image is too tight frame, and you also need to just check the tilt shift of this one, because if you see the electric poles behind, which is out of focus, we find like very distinct tilt towards the left side. So this can be taken care of. Okay, so Dhiren has shared a nice image. We see a top shot of a newly born kid, and if I'm not wrong, it is Dhiren himself. I'm not sure. It seems to be like but nice moment. The kid is only feeling the warmth of his or her father, but is unable to see it. So it's like an entire, like, I don't know. It's a fantastic moment. I think everyone treasures this moment in life. But again, if you can just take care of some of the highlights which are on the towel of the kid, would have added some more details of him. Okay, so Dr. Aditya has shared an image. If I'm not wrong, I think it is like a ritual of getting married when the father is just putting in the pile to his daughter's anklet. So nice image. The moment is good, but here you see the information is lacking. If you understand, like, we don't understand whether he's the father or the brother. We don't understand whether like it's really the occasion, what the occasion is. I gave a guesswork, taking into consideration that you have given the photograph, taking into mind the theme of the WhatsApp challenge. But some more information would have been good. This one is a pretty nice image, Dr. Aditya once again. So he is sharing that image of the nice, playful kid and the enjoyment of the father. Water in front of it, and like obviously, like it's a fantastic moment which is shared. Dr. Hemant Patel, yes, the father is doing the job after Arvind ji. This is one more guy who is taking the kids to the school, and we see here he is taking a cycle for both his son and daughter. So nice image taken. A little bit of tight frame. I understand that it's like it sort of reflects immediately to catch hold of the frame the moment you see it, but well taken, well shot. Dr. Veena Sagar has shared it's exactly two generations, not two, I'm sorry, three generations of son and father. So, a nice image, and what I feel the best part is to equalize the youngest generation, they have just taken him up on a chair and all of them in a traditional wear. So, this is a very nice moment. The same father and son. I'm sure this is somebody among, because since I know her very well, somebody else from the known relatives. So Dr. Veena Sagar's submission once again. Okay, so Dr. Vishal has just shared this one. Once again, the kid is very curious. I think he's looking to the camera, and now through the photo, he's looking to us, and in a very curious manner, he's asking that what is going on. So I think Dr. Vishal will give the quite good explanation, taking into aspect of the photographic grammar. A little bit of reduction of shadows on the face of father would have been like good for me. Okay, Hanif Tadvi once again a photograph I think of Jejuri, a lot of haldi being played and the father taking care of the ward, absolutely fine. But again, there is some dramatic tilt. I don't know whether it is done intentionally or not. I'm considering the electric pole once again, which is supposed to be vertically erect. Hanif's one more image, a conversation of daughter and father. I think on the way to school or back from school, there has been a chemistry grown, and the color tone used is a bit of like the old Eastman color. Maybe that's a filter which has been used, but again, the white shirt. Be very careful. The highlight is more, so we are missing out the details from it. Okay, so Harsh Prakash has shared a nice moment of, I think it's a joy of victory, maybe a stage event. We find nice glossy shirt. But again, one part like on the right side, we find there is a lot of highlights, but some more details it's missing out. Okay, Hetal has shared this one. Hetal, one thing I have a doubt. What is that watermark on the hands on the elbow of the kid? Somehow I don't find it your own name as well, so please, I hope that it is your own photograph and you have a clarification of that watermark as well. So Jay's Bhanushali has shared this one, but he has mentioned it very specifically that the photo has been clicked by his son, and it's a nice moment between he and his daughter. I hope they are in a vacation and this evening time. So nice expression, Jay's. And now Jay's son, the photographer, is now out of the now back in the frame with the pet, and this has been taken by Jay's himself. Harsh Prakash, once again, I'm sorry I mistyped your name as Karsh. So Harsh Prakash, once again. So here, as I told you, Harsh, here again we are finding a father and a daughter in line to the context of the WhatsApp challenge, but somehow we need some more information. We are finding lot of out of focus foreground hairs. Maybe that's good. That's a part of photography, and that's a part of a nice effect as well. But somehow I feel that some more information would have been good. And I can see your watermark also. So if you remember, we are specifically told that in WhatsApp photo challenge you should share photographs without watermarks. Please be careful about this from next time. So after Hetal, I find your photograph also in the watermarks. Okay, Kirtan Vegard has been sending this one. So it's a nice image. We find a nice soothing face, and we don't find a lot of distraction in the background. The face of the father is bit out of focus and coming to the highlight, but not over highlighted so that we miss out the details of it. So very nicely taken, well shot actually. Pankaj has shared this one. You see the chemistry between both of them, the eyes and both of them with the almost similar lip reactions, and the image has been bit on a high contrast, but still we are not losing out much of a details from it. The background is totally more towards the white. Most probably it's taken across a sea link or somewhere like that, where we usually find Pankaj more often. And just for the information in line to that one, Pankaj and along with him, more I think 40 photographers from Mumbai are sharing some photographs of ceiling at Dadar. So please be there and be a part of it. It's a wonderful thing to see, I'm sure. So I'm also trying to be there on Sunday. So I hope so I can make it. So Pankaj is sharing one more this time in the color, and this time we are seeing that the kid is no more on the lab. The kid is stagnant on the pavement, and the father is trying to make some communication what he's trying to say. So nicely taken. I like the highlight on the eyes of the son. So well taken. Okay, so Prashant Davse has shared this one. So this is something which really touches my heart. This is something like taking care of your parent when they get old and then when they really need your support. This we usually don't find too much of happening these days. We find people getting too much of selfish with their own career, and they are not taking care of good care of their parents. uh, I hope this photograph will really give one more thought to all of them, and they will take things forward in a positive manner. So, Prashantji, I don't have anything much to say because the photograph itself speaks a lot. Okay, so Raj has taken a quick snapshot of the person who is staring at us, and he's staring with lot of curiosity. Nicely taken, Raj. And what I liked is the leading lines created. I like the way you have cropped off the parent, and but still your subject is still in contact with the viewer. Good one. This one once again is a father taking the kid on his lap. Here, I would say that the left side frame has been too much blank, and there is a disbalance in the viewership. So maybe something, or maybe if you can crop the left hand part a little bit more, it would have added like a proper secured image. Okay, so nice green eyes. Rupesh has taken a good image, so we can see on the lap of father. But I'm sure it is in somewhere. Is it at Lalbagh by any means? Like it's a lot of crowd and everything. It's giving a very bad suggestion. Like sorry, mm, I don't know. Like maybe a little bit of more of the body below the chin of the father would have been good. But I understand it's a lot of crowd, so that was not possible. Okay, so yeah, so fantastic image. We see the father taking care of the kid, even though he's like having side wheels, but still taking care, like holding the cycle properly and allow him to pedal. So good one. But here, the head cap of the main subject, that is our fatherly figure, has been chopped off a little bit in the frame. So be very careful. Try to add some more breathing space to it. Okay, this here is again a conversation. I don't know whether they're real or they're like are they like statues? I don't know. You can just reply that in the comment section. So this is nice, a well taken image, but again the highlights in the background, you see, I find it a bit over highlighted. You can just take a control of that one. Ah, this one is nice, Harika. So this is from Gudi Padwa, and if I'm not wrong, this is from this year as only. So we find the son, we find the father, we find the father in Tushan, we find the son more in Tushan, and they are all in a happy game mood. So superb. And one more by Sarika. So if I'm not wrong, again it is from Jejuri. We find lots of haldi kumkum there itself. So here we are the son is taking a selfie with his father. Good one, nice image. Shailendra has shared an image. Here we find again the father and the son, but the background has been totally transformed to black. I think it has been done by a Photoshop, or it is a studio shot. Urnita, oh, good one. This is a very nice image. We find the nice smiling face of the kid. We find the nice smiling face of the father. The background green, which is in contrast, also is good. A little bit of tilt is there towards the right side. If you see the building lines, maybe you can just correct that one. It will look much better. And the same girl with, I think, the same parent. It's a nice image with the dress change. Good one. Vijay, oh yeah, he always charms and he always gives something very different. So we see that now the word or the son or the daughter or the kid is not in the lap of the father. He is enjoying out there in a play, but the father is constantly having a fine watch over the kid. So a fantastic moment, nice image, and a nice close shot of image which is taken care of. So with that, we end the session of all the photographs of with your WhatsApp photo challenge fourth. And now it's time that I share with you the top five. Now again, I before I share the top five with you, let me remind once again that these images are just not like a winner. These images are like we are just giving a fair motivation to all that you should start taking images of this sort, which really adds a lot of values to everything. So there is nothing called first, second, third, something like that. It is just like these images have been made better. So that's it. That's the only thing that we have thought of. So let me find out the folder for you first. What I'm trying to do from next time is that while this entire review goes on, we can do one thing. We can slowly start taking some votes from you online. So, what do you think? That idea is good or not? Even though that votes are different, like there is no like prizes for that votes or something, but it's a good, no? Like rather than somebody talking to you only, let's connect over the WhatsApp. I'm sorry, the YouTube live video chat where you can just put on your views constantly while you are seeing it. It takes just a few typing. And nowadays, like there are also occasions where you can just voice type your messages. So just try out. I don't know whether that will give a lot of added benefit as well. So now, without wasting much more time, let me take the honor of sharing. Okay. Yes, so the first image that I should really talk about is Anuradha's image, a fantastic image that she has taken, even though it has some grains. But you see, at times when the content is strong and the content is tight, like really good enough, you have to take some consideration. So congratulations, Anuradha. Next one, yes, Dr. Aditya. It's a fantastic moment that you have captured. I love the caption. I like the expression of both father and the kid. Yes, the three generations, I think that is very unique and that is very traditional as well. So, Dr. Veena Sagar, congratulations. Pankaj, you nailed it as usual. Like there is a lot of learning from you, and looking forward to see you on Sunday. And of course, without fail, I am really touched by this image. I'm really glad that image has been shared. I'm sure that everyone should really see this image. And I don't know, like once I saw this image, it was just like reciprocating in my mind constantly that yes, this image speaks a lot of things. So so that's all for today.